Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. And this October just became really interesting. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my god, yesterday was just agonizing. Yesterday was probably, it was all NLDS, but yesterday was pretty much the most painful day so far. Let's eliminate today so far because during the intros here, I'm just going to talk about the NLDS. In the NLDS yesterday, I watched mostly. I actually watched the first half of the St. Louis game, which was just a comedy of errors. I already have a video talking about this, but I just want to recap for you guys. The pitching was just absolutely terrible for the Braves. The Braves had home field advantage, SunTrust Park. They had their best pitcher on the mound. They looked like they were just gonna go somewhere, and then the next thing they're getting like bloop single to the left line, bloop single to the right line, bloop fly ball hitting off the wall. I don't know how much I want to recap this again and again, but the error by Freddie Freeman extended the inning. But when you're talking a 13-1 game, nothing was going to stop these guys from winning this game. They would have won it one way or the other. Even though all the scoring was from the Cardinals was in the first 3 innings, they would have figured out a way to win this game. They just would have figured it out. If you saw how many hits they strung together, it was absolutely insane. It was basically, to summarize, it was painful for me to watch the Atlanta Braves go down like this. That was actually, the Atlanta Braves were my pick. I just thought they were going to get through. I thought they were even a potential World Series candidate, but it's about being hot at the right time. And obviously the Cardinals are hot. Their bats got together, and anyway, love Nick Markakis, love Freddie Freeman. You guys, the Braves, you had a good season. Of course, this last game was absolutely painful. Now let's go to the Dodgers. I really want to make a separate video about this. I'm not sure if I can due to time, but the Dodgers, should I use the word choke job? That was absolutely horrible. To have a 3-run lead and have even I've highlighted this on videos, to have Clayton Kershaw basically choke again in the playoffs. I believe his record is like 9-11 or 9-12 in the playoffs now. And he, quote unquote, he said, everything they're saying about me in the playoffs is true. Everything they're saying about me in the playoffs is true. And I've said it too. He basically, when the kerosene is lit to the max, he fails. And we're talking sports here. We're not talking about his personal life or anything. We are talking sports here. And I've seen him do it against the Astros. I've seen him do it a lot. And last night, for him to give up 2 home runs to their 2 best hitters that are just absolutely on fire right now. And these are players that I would absolutely love to have on the Astros. And hats off to them for coming through. But the Washington Nationals, Anthony Rendon is a beast. That is not somebody you want to be pitching to. He actually got that in the low part, even off the strike zone, I believe, and hit that out of here. And in Juan Soto, that's not a guy you throw a fastball down the middle to. He threw that pitch down the middle. 2 pitches in a row. Ends the Dodgers season. And then, of course, Howie Kendrick, absolutely awesome hit, clutch hit. And he was just trying to get it out in the outfield. So he was swinging upward, and then he connects. He was trying to get into the deep part of the outfield, and he got it a little too deep, and grand slam. And the Dodgers season is over. And you know what? They had a great year, 106 wins. They have won their division. The NL West, they've won their division 7 years in a row, and they were in the top 8 teams, because once you're in the NLDS, you're part of the last 8 teams of the year. So they had a good year. Congratulations, Dodgers. You are part of the top 8 teams. And now let's go to the game that we are all anticipating here that starts in about an hour, and that is the Tampa Bay Rays. And actually, if you guys review the starting lineups and the batting order and the pitching, I've got everything correct on this one. So the one thing I did want to, talk to you guys about is who's super hot for the Tampa Bay Rays, and that is absolutely two guys. It's actually more than two guys, but the two guys, Willie Adames and Tommy Pham. Willie Adames is, I believe, 5 for 10 in this series, and Tommy Pham is 7 for 17 in this series, which is one's batting 500, one's batting like 400. So these guys are not jokes. Tommy Pham, I believe, already has 2 home runs in this series, and these are guys you do not want to pitch down the middle of the plate to. You want to pitch around them. I kind of, in one of my videos, predicted Tommy Pham having a good series. Willie Adames, I know he's a good player. Avisail Garcia, great player. Ji-Man Choi goes hot and cold. But overall, Ji-Man Choi is a great player. So he can turn it on anytime he wants. He earned that position over there. I would say he's equivalent to Yuli Gurriel in 2017, if you remember that, where he's a great player. Just, the batting average was hurting in a couple points, but Ji-Man Choi, defense, spectacular. At the bat, he looks good. He is a rising star. He's amazing. You can look at it right here. Austin Meadows, hot year. Kevin Kiermaier has been hot at the bat this week. Joey Wendell, a little bit low stats. Kevin Kiermaier, low stats. Like I said, hot this week. Tommy Pham, watch out. Willie Adames, watch out. Garcia, watch out. Travis d'Arnaud's been a little bit cold lately, surprisingly. He had a really good year. Excellent behind the plate. And then, of course, Tyler Glasnow did have... he only went 4.1 innings last time with us, or 4 1/3 innings. And let's see how it goes tonight. The momentum, unfortunately, is on their side. So I'm a little worried about that. Luckily, this is at Minute Maid Park. Luckily, we have Garrett Cole. I do recommend, even though it's Garrett Cole who pitches lights out, he's basically in another world. I do recommend he goes around Willie Adames and Tommy Pham a little bit, and this should be a really interesting game. It should be intense. It's an elimination game, do or die. One team is going home for the year. This should be pretty painful either way. Of course, 100%, 101%, I am rooting for the Astros all the way. But if there's any team, maybe some people won't like this, but if there's any team in the league that beats the Astros, I'm cool with it being the Tampa Bay Rays. I'm not cool with the Yankees. I'm not cool with the Dodgers. I'm not cool with these teams beating the Astros. But I'm cool with the Tampa Bay Rays beating us. That's something I can live with. Of course, we have to wait another year. There's a lot of bad side to losing today's game. Definitely want the Astros to win. May the best team win. I'm just hoping for a really good game. I don't want it to be a comedy of errors. I think ALTUVE, who's already got 2 home runs in this series, already creating playoff moments. I believe in this player. And if you look at the middle of our order with, Bregman, and then I believe it's Gurriel, and then ALTUVE. Springer's had the middle of our order is doing great. It's the edges of our order that are struggling. Springer's obviously struggling. He can crank him out of here anytime he wants. He just needs to slow things down and take a better look at it. Even when I play the game, even when I played the game and when I play the video game, if I just slow things down, things come to you. Get a little late swings on things. Watch the ball just a split second longer. Take your time. Take a deep breath and see where things go. And hopefully he does that. They do have Martin Maldonado and Josh Reddick at the bottom of the order today. So whenever Garrett Cole pitches, you will see Martin Maldonado. And when you see Verlander, you're going to see Robinson Chirinos. That's just the way it works with those 2 pitchers. Otherwise... hopefully we just have a good game, and that's my feedback about tonight's game. We just kind of have to see what happens, and hopefully you guys like this video, and if you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And one other thing, yesterday's results, I'm pretty happy about the Nats. The Nats look really good. With the up and coming basically Anthony Rendon and Juan Soto, Max Scherzer. That team looks really good. Strasburg, if you're going to get to a pitcher like Strasburg, you're going to get to him in the first inning, and that's exactly what they did. They built an early lead, and they almost had it, but they didn't. But if you guys get a chance to check out the replay of the Nats game yesterday was awesome. Anyway, that's my video, and I will see you guys next time.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 44.
Into the box, number 44, as he can't catch up on a fastball at the letters, and it's strike one. Looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. The 0-1 delivery. Squared that one up just a little late. 2 out, nobody on. Slapped hard the opposite way. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. Absolutely scorched that base hit. Worthy of some show track love, and as you see it, it came off the bat at 110 miles an hour. That's definitely squaring a ball up. Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel as he lines it home to the right side but out of play. 2 out with the man at first. They'll try it again from first. Line drive to left. And that's a fair ball heading for the scoreboard near the Crawford boxes. Throw won't get him.
Hey, this pitcher better make an adjustment. That's a lot of loud contact. That's 4 bullets in the first inning to open up this game.
Stepping up now, Carlos Correa. And Houston looking for more here in just the opening frame of the game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Runners breaking for the plate. In the air now out to right field. And Garcia will tuck this one in, and that ends the inning. Astros play 2 on the 2-run home run. Second inning coming up. It's now 2-0 Houston.
Leading off for Tampa Bay, the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud.
First delivery to him on the way. That one's right down the middle for a strike with the fastball.
Pretty good pitch to hit there that he let go. I know it's early and they're probably wanting to run his pitch count up, but he may not get another.